days of morning light hit the cracked vinyl seat. Coffee's cooling down, but we're still wide awake. The kitchen clock ticks loud, a reminder of the street where promises were made and some we couldn't keep. You leaned against the doorway, tired eyes and worn boots. I traced the line beside your scar where pain and hope collide. The silence wasn't empty, it was full of all we knew. Battles fought in quiet rooms where louder words died. We danced around the edges, treading water near the fall. Felt the weight of giving in, but something made us stall. And here we are, holding on by a thread. When the night was thick enough to drown us all in dread. Somewhere between the breaking and the breath we keep is the line we walk when we're still here, not asleep. Remember that burnout truck on the county road? We pushed it through mud, hands raw but spirits whole. It's funny how those moments patch cracks in our soul, like the songs we played loud to keep the cold at bay. We saw the edge in flashes, the point of no return, but fire in the broken parts refused to burn. And here we are, holding on by a thread. When the night was thick enough to drown us all in dread. Somewhere between the breaking and the breath we keep is the line we walk when we're still here, not asleep. Maybe strength isn't just the loudest war cry, but the quiet acts that let us survive. Scraping knees and ragged hearts that don't deny that even when we stumble, there's a will to try. And here we are, holding on by a thread. When the night was thick enough to drown us all in dread. Somewhere between the breaking and the breath we keep is the line we walk when we're still here. So we'll keep driving down this gravel road with stories folded in our worn out coats, holding on by a thread, not letting go. 'Cause there's life in these lines, and we're still here, still home. Winding trails and dusty signs, Every mile I chase the line, 1,000 sunsets paint the sky, but still I find you in my mind. I pack my dreams in an old leather case, hit the highway with a steady pace. The morning sun on the rear view side, but your smile's a compass I can't hide. No matter where the road bends or breaks, there's a beat in my chest that never shakes. Through city lights or empty plains, I'm tracing back, I'm calling your name. Every road led back to you, my truth. Through stormy nights and skies of blue, no detours long enough to make me lose the path I walk leads straight to you. Fields of gold and rivers wide, every step's a step inside. The memories carved in every stone, no matter far, I'm never alone. Whispers of 1,000 tales unsaid, guiding me where angels fear to tread. Crossroads come, but still I choose the road that leads me back to you. Every road led back to you, my truth. Through stormy nights and skies of blue, no detours long enough to make me lose the path I walk leads straight to you. No signpost clear, no promises made, but something strong keeps me on this parade. The heart's a place where I always knew, no distance great enough to undo. Every road led back to you, my truth. Through stormy nights and skies of blue, no detours long enough to make me lose the path I walk leads straight to you. So here I stand where I belong. The journey's in my lifelong song. Every road, every mile I drew led my soul back home to you. The porch light's burning low and the night feels colder. I hear the floorboard creak where your footsteps used to wander. The summer breeze slips through the open window pane, but it carries all the memories that we never got to claim. You packed your bags beneath that old oak tree, said it's better this way than living with what couldn't be. Your eyes held chapters of a story, paused and stalled, a silent promise hanging heavy on the walls. I swear I saw you in the morning rain, fighting back words that would only cause pain. But love's not a fire that just slips through cracks. Sometimes it's the way we choose not to unpack. I'm holding on to what slipped away, the almost words we didn't say, like footprints faded on a dusty road. Love refused to leave what we almost owned. Remember that night by the firelight glow, laughter turning quiet, the truth we didn't show. The river ran wild, but we stood still, caught between the silence and the will to heal. You almost stayed, I almost called your name, but fear tangled hearts in a slow-moving flame. Now I trace the path where we lost our chance, caught in the rhythm of a final dance. I'm holding on to what slipped away, the almost words we didn't say, like footprints faded on a dusty road. Love refused to leave what we almost owned. Maybe someday we'll find that place again, where almost is nothing and we begin. Till then I'll keep the pieces that remain, a quiet song in a pouring rain. I'm holding on to what slipped away, the almost words we didn't say, like footprints faded on a dusty road. Love refused to leave what we almost owned. The porch lights fading out, the night turns still, but some love stay on against our will. The night was loud, the city wild, but in that crowd I found your smile. Broken words on a crowded street, trying to find where two hearts meet. Coffee cups and late night talks, fenders strumming on the fire escape walk. You said the noise would pull us apart, but here I am with your hand in my heart. The world keeps spinning fast and bright, but we slow dance in the fading light. Between the static lines, we're holding on to every whisper, every song. What we We're holding on to every whisper, every song. What we almost lost beneath the roar is what we're fighting for. Some may never cease, but in your arms I find my peace. Streetlights hum above the quiet town. Your worn-out boots kicking up the dust. Last night we stood where the river bends, counting moments like grains in the sand. You said forever's just a word we use too much, but I'm holding on to every glance and touch. Tailgate talks and coffee cups still warm, memories painted in your summer storm. Like smoke in air, but somehow there's magic in this fragile flare. So one last dance under neon lights. Hold me close till morning breaks the night. No promises in the morning sun. Just one time before we're done. Between goodbye and forever sighs, let's steal this moment before it flies. Your laughter still ringing in the empty hall, a fading song on the old phonograph. We're caught between the pages of a worn-out book, searching for words in every look. It's a fragile dance on the edge of goodbye, but I'm not ready to say the last goodbye. Till morning breaks the night. No promises in the morning sun. Just one more time till morning breaks the night. No promises in the morning sun. Just one more time before we're done. Between goodbye and forever sighs, let's steal this moment before it flies. So here we stand beneath the city glow. One last dance before we let it go. The sun did blow behind the hills. A quiet calm begins to spill. We found a place where time stood still. The night was ours to fill. You smiled beneath the fading light. The fireflies took flight. Our laughter spilled into the breeze, carried over fields and trees. That little porch, our hiding spot, where secrets tied and worries forgot. The world outside could wait a while, lost in the warmth of your smile. Oh, the night we stayed tonight, holding close till morning's light. No rush to leave, no plans to make, just two hearts learning what it takes. Through the silence, loud and clear, all I knew was you were nearer, and the world kept spinning slow on the night we stayed tonight. The scent of pine, the cool night air, your hand found mine, a simple stare. Every little moment grown like seeds of trust we've only known. The fire crackled, stories spilled of dreams and fears we once concealed. In that quiet place between the stars, our voices healed some old scars. Oh, the night we stayed tonight, holding close till morning's light. No rush to leave, no plans to make, just two hearts learning what it takes. Through the silence, loud and clear, all I knew was you were near, and the world kept spinning slow on the night we stayed tonight. Time forgot the ticking hands, lost to moonlight's gentle plans. Wrapped in blankets, stars above, we felt the quiet kind of love. No need to speak, no need to hide, just breathing in the countryside. That night unfolded like a dream, far more than it could seem. Oh, the night we stayed tonight, holding close till morning's light. No rush to leave, no plans to make, just two hearts learning what it takes. Through the silence, loud and clear, all I knew was you were near, and the world kept spinning slow on the night we stayed tonight. So when the day surrenders in and shadows fade on waking skin, I remember how we found a light in the night we stayed tonight. The porch lights flickering, just like our worn out days. Maple Street's quiet, but my heart's ablaze. You sip on coffee, stirring memories slow. I watch the clock, wondering where the time goes. Remember that summer when we danced through the rain, and barefoot on gravel, shouting your name. Now the leaves fall silent, the yard's overgrown. I'm holding on to moments we both outgrew, but never outshone. You said maybe we'd find something new, but the truth is, I can't forget you. On that night on Maple Street, we held the cracks in time, saving pieces of a story before the last chime. We stayed long enough to see what slipped away, what we with summer's heat, your hand in mine, our hearts kept beat. But the silence grew louder than the words we'd say, caught between hoping and just fading away. You looked at me like weighing the cost, what to keep, what to leave lost. On that night on Maple Street, we held the cracks in time, saving pieces of a story before the last chime. We stayed long enough to see what slipped away, what we just quiet moments beneath the open sky. Sometimes love's not loud, it's the steady light that keeps you coming back through the long, long night. On that night on Maple Street, we held the cracks in time, saving pieces of a story before the last chime. We stayed long enough to see what slipped away, what we almost lost, we found that day. The porch light's steady now, no flicker in sight. On Maple Street, we held on to the fading light. The rain taps on the window pane, soft like something left unsaid. Your worn-out jacket by the door, the scent of nights we lost instead. We drove down old county roads where the map forgot our names. Sunset like the fire we couldn't tame. You said forever once before, beneath that crooked elm tree, but forever felt like paper, crumpled in the hands of you and me. And the silence grew between the words we never learned to say, like a song without a chorus, just the notes that slipped away. Fractures in the silence, cracks where love ran dry, our hearts splitting stories under that darkening sky. No promises to hold on to, just pages torn apart. We became reflections, fractured in the silence of our hearts. Morning light would find you gone, coffee cold beside my hand. The quiet room remembers all the ways we didn't understand. Your laughter's like a ghost town, empty streets where children play. And in the ruins of our story, all the colors start to fade. We try to stitch the broken seams, but fabric comes undone, like a half-remembered melody, an unfinished song once sung. Fractures in the silence, cracks where love ran dry, our hearts splitting stories under that darkening sky. No promises to hold on to, just pages torn apart. We became reflections, fractured in the silence of our Maybe someday down these roads we'll meet with different eyes, not bound by all the mistakes that taught us how to say goodbye. But until then, the quiet holds the space where we once dreamed. In every crack a lesson lives, and every silent scream. Fractures in the silence, cracks where love ran dry, our hearts splitting stories under that darkening sky. No promises to hold on to, just pages torn apart. We became reflections, fractured in the silence of our hearts. So I'll trace those fractures softly in the silence left behind, a story written in the spaces where your hand slipped out of mine. The night's alive with distant hums, a melody that softly drums. Every tune I seem to find spells out the name you left behind. Walking down these empty streets, where every corner's got you beat. A jukebox plays that song again, it's calling out my heart's own pen. And I can't turn away from all these words that say, like a stamp upon a letter, you're written in my weather. I hear your name in every song tonight, carried on the breeze, lit up by neon lights, like the chorus to a story that I can't rewrite. I find your name in every song tonight. Coffee stains on worn out pages, where your laughter fills the spaces. Every stranger's humming what I know too well, a soundtrack spun from a wishing well. It's playing on, it won't let go, these tunes that set the undertow, tracing lines from me to you, and every note I'm passing through. I hear your name in every song tonight, carried on the breeze, lit up by neon lights, like the chorus to a story that I can't rewrite. I find your name in every song tonight. No matter where this road may bend, your voice remains my closest friend. Ink to paper, strings to voice, your name's the reason my silent choice. I hear your name in every song tonight, carried on the breeze, lit up by neon lights, like the chorus to a story that I can't rewrite. I find your name in every song tonight. In every song, your name's alive, a tune that keeps me holding on inside. Somewhere past the cracked pavement, under wide open skies, that's where the story starts, with fire in my eyes. Every mile I wandered, every town I knew, it was just a path that kept leading back to you. Dust kicked up from my worn out boots, long nights driving under moonlit routes. Hope wasn't quite, it roared inside, a stubborn flame that never died. Every detour, every single turn, felt like the lessons I needed to learn. But no matter how far the journey grew, the roads all bent their way to you. 'Cause when hope is loud, it carries you through every highway and back road led to you. No matter how dark the night got in between, you're the reason I chase this dream. Old diner signs and late night cafes, Maps with scribbles marking better days. Faces pass, but none compare to the one who's waiting right there. Winds may howl and rivers swell, but there's a story only I can tell, of roots that twist and skies so blue. All roads in the end lead me to you. 'Cause when hope is loud, it carries you through every highway and back road led to you. No matter how dark the night got in between, you're the reason I chase this dream. So here's to the miles that shaped who I am, to the open roads and every plan. With every setback, with all I've been through, my heart knew the way it belonged to you. 'Cause when hope is loud, it carries you through every highway and back road led to you. No matter how dark the night got in between, you're the reason I chase this dream. Yeah, no matter how far, no matter how new, every road I take brings me back to you. The room fell quiet, the clock ticked too loud. Empty chairs and heavy hearts in this silent crowd. We used to fill the air with laughter, loud and clear. Now the only sound is the rattle of a tear. Coffee's growing cold, the radio's off. We sit there staring, feeling lost and so off. I reach for your hand, but it's just out of reach. Words left unspoken, lessons silence can teach. We survived the silence somehow, though it broke us in two. Patching up the quiet spaces where words just never grew. Through every heavy pause in the nights without sound, we found a way to hold on when the noise died down. Remember the porch swings and sun setting slow, songs hummed in the breeze, stories only we know. But the air turned thick with things we left unsaid. Now I'm chasing shadows that live in my head. I'm learning to listen with more than my ears, finding hope in the stillness through pain and the years. We survived the silence somehow, though it broke us in two. Patching up the quiet spaces where words just never grew. Through every heavy pause and the nights without sound, we found a way to hold on quiet beneath open sky. We survived the silence somehow, though it broke us in two, patching up the quiet spaces where words just never grew. Through every heavy pause and the nights without sound, we found a way to hold on when the noise died down. So here's to the moments when the world holds its breath. We survive the silence, and we're moving past that death. The porch lights flickering again, the night's as thick as old pine smoke. We're sitting on the steps, silence hanging heavy between every word we almost spoke. You trace the rim of your coffee cup like you're watering a wilting flower. I'm watching the last hues bleed out the sky, hours slipping away hour by hour. Remember when the space was laughter, bright and wild under the summer moon? Now it's just shadows blending with the past, us tangled in a silent tune. We knew the fight was coming, the stings beneath our skin, but no one said the stubborn heart is the hardest cage to win. We stay too long in a room that's got nowhere to breathe, holding hands like it's a lifeline, though we both know we should leave. The night's a heavy blanket that smothers more than it keeps warm, but here we are, still standing where the hurt grew like a storm. Your eyes told stories louder than words about roads we thought we'd take. Broken promises line the floorboards, dust settle over every mistake. Your voice cracked beneath the southern sky, soft as a worn-out lullaby. Each moment ticking like the clock, wondering if we just say goodbye. Some nights are made for healing, some for holding tight the pain. Tonight our love's the wildfire that burns without the thrill of flame. We stay too long in a room that's got nowhere to breathe, holding hands like it's a lifeline, though we both know we should leave. The night's a heavy blanket that smothers more than it keeps warm, but here we are, still standing where the hurt grew like a storm. Maybe tomorrow's roads will call us farther than this old door, but tonight in the quiet breaking, we're just two souls searching for more. We stay too long in a room that's got nowhere to breathe, holding hands like it's a lifeline, though we both know we should leave. The night's a heavy blanket that smothers more than it keeps warm, but here we are, still standing where the hurt grew like a storm. The dawn's breath inches closer, but we're not ready to let go. The longest nights teach the hardest lessons only hearts can know. Faded photos on the mantle, old records in their case, rooms they used to sing with laughter now hold a colder space. We sat across the kitchen, words stuck like frozen ice, trying to find the meaning in every look, every slide. The clock ticked louder than the words we'd never say, caught in between the silence, trying to find our way. But the quiet wasn't peace, it was a storm we hid inside. Every smile that cracked was a truth we tried to hide. We survived the quiet, even when it broke us apart, learning how to stand while carrying the scars in our hearts. No easy words to fix the cracks left behind the hurt. Still here we are, through the quiet storm, we found our worth. Morning light through the curtains, shadows stretched across the floor. You brewed your coffee silent, like it was just before. But I saw the tension in your eyes, the miles we crossed in pain, holding on to hope for something real to remain. The empty spaces talked louder than we dared conceive, but somehow in that stillness we learned to just believe. We survived the quiet, even when it broke us apart, learning how to stand while carrying the scars in our hearts. No easy words to fix the cracks left behind the hurt. Still here we are, through the quiet storm, we found our worth. It's not about forgetting or pretending it's okay. It's about the strength we found when words just got in the way. We survived the quiet, even when it broke us apart, learning how to stand while carrying the scars in our hearts. No easy words to fix the cracks left behind the hurt. Still here we are, through the quiet storm, we found our worth. Faded photo still on the mantle, but now I see your face, strength in every silence, love in every space. The porch lights flickering like the chances we've got. Old dirt road stretching long, but I won't stop. You dropped your keys on the kitchen floor again, laughing through tears like we'll never pretend. Coffee's burned, but you still make it sweet. In every little mess there's a rhythm to keep. We're bruised but breathing, the fence is torn, but there's a pulse in this heart we've worn. If we don't let go, we'll hold the line tonight. When the stars don't trucks parked outside the county fair. Dust on the seats, but your hand's right there. We've been down roads where the signs got lost, but the compass now points to the love, not the cost. The night's stretched thin and the air is tense, but we're tied tighter than the past defense. If we don't let go, we'll hold the line tonight. When the stars don't align, you'll steal my fight. Tangled in the words we never say, we're still standing in the break of day. The storms may bend, but this is the road I take to hold you again. If we don't let go, we'll hold the line tonight. When the stars don't align, you'll steal my fight. Tangled in the words we never say, we're still standing in the break of day. We're fighting for us in the fading light. The night was quiet, the stars hanging low. You held my hand like you never wanted to let go. We met down by the old creek where the willows bend, telling secrets that felt like they never end. Your smile was shy, but your eyes told the truth. I found a home in the warmth of your youth. But love's not easy, it's tears and fights. It's holding on through all the lonely nights. Loving you was the bravest thing I've done. Standing in the rain beneath a fading sun. When the road got rough and the nights grew long, you were my courage, my steady song. Remember the porch where we talked till dawn? Dreams whispered freely till the fears were gone. I learned to trust in the way you care. Battles we fought knowing you were there. No promise is perfect, no story without pain, but I choose us again and again. Loving you was the bravest thing I've done. You taught me what true love really means. It's not just fire, it's the steady flame that burns deep inside, always the same. Loving you was the bravest thing I've done, standing in the rain beneath the fading sun. When the road got rough and the nights grew long, you were my courage, my steady song. Yes, loving you, the bravest thing until the end. Forever grateful to call you friend. The porch light flickers as the rain begins to fall. Two hearts on that old porch, trying not to stall. Remember how the clouds rolled in, thick and slow. You said we might not get through this, but I won't let you go. Coffee cups and silent looks, learning what to say. The night stretched out before us, turning down to gray. Till morning came our way, we held tight through the fight. Words unspoken melted in the faded night. No promises in lightning, just a quiet kind of trust on that old porch swing. Love fought through the dust. Storm's voice was loud, shaking old window panes. But inside you and I, we wrestled with the chains. Every cloud a question, every lightning a test. Yet your steady hand kept mine, laying fears to rest. Some nights break you, some nights make you. We chose the path where dawn might find us through. Till morning came our way, we held tight through the fight. Words unspoken melted in the faded night. No promises in lightning, just a quiet kind of trust on that old porch swing. Love fought through the dust. When doubt was a river that threatened to sweep us away, we found footing in the silence and decided to stay. Morning didn't come easy, but it came all the same. Light and soft colors over our names. Till morning came our way, we held tight through the fight. Words unspoken melted in the faded night. No promises in lightning, just a quiet kind of trust on that old porch swing. Love fought through the dust. train slows down, the dawn peaks past the gloom. We woke to find a love that bloomed beneath the moon. Slowly, the sun dips low behind the fields. Blue jeans and worn-out boots pausing in the swing. Words left unsaid drift in the summer heat, and we're somewhere caught between letting go and holding tight. Packed your bags on that September night. No harsh words, just silent tears and fading light. The porch light flickered as you closed the door. Memories of laughter spilled across that wooden floor. I reach for frames with your smile inside, but the colors bleed and the corners start to fray. Between goodbye and forever, what did we say? Is it the warmth in a whispered name, or the touch of your hand in a picture frame? Fields we walked lean before the harvest came. Our boots kicked dust and whispered your name. The fireflies dance like they know a secret story of two souls learning love's different glory. I hold the silence, hear its quiet claim, and wonder if you ever do the same. Between goodbye and forever, what did we say? Is it the warmth in a whispered name, or the touch of your hand in a picture frame? Between goodbye and forever, we stand in the rain, with hearts worn thin but still beat the same. What we saved is not lost, just somewhere in between. It's the spark that outlasts a fading flame. the handprints left on walls that still remain. Between goodbye and forever, we find our way through whispers of yesterday to brighter days. What we saved is alive, breathing in the space between. So here's to the in-betweens we hold close, a silent promise in the words unspoken. The rain fell hard, but I kept holding tight, your hand in mine through the long restless night. We watched the clouds rolling over those hills, lightning showed the cracks that time won't heal. But in your eyes there was a steady flame, promising the sun would come back again. Every drop that hit the ground was a story we both found. I'd face the storm, I'd break the sky just to see your smile, to make it right. I'd do it all for you after the storm, when the thunder stops and hearts get warm. Standing tall through wind and rain, I'd walk those miles, bear every pain, just to see you safe and sound. When the sky clears up, I'm still around. The river swell tried to take us away, but we held on tight, we found our way. Your laugh cut through the cold dark night, turned the heavy clouds into morning light. Every tear became a song that kept us moving on. I'd brave the storm, cross every line, because you're the reason I keep the fight alive. I do it all for you after the storm, when the thunder stops and hearts get warm. Standing tall through wind and rain, I'd walk those miles, bear every pain, just to see you safe and sound. When the sky clears up, I'm still around. And when the world feels cold and gray, I'll be the fire that lights your way. No storm too fierce, no night too long. With you, my heart will always belong. I do it all for you after the storm, when the thunder stops and hearts get warm. Standing tall through wind and rain, I'd walk those miles, bear every pain, just to see you safe and sound. When the sky clears up, I'm still around. Yeah, when the sky clears up, I'll be right here, holding you close, wiping every tear. We got pennies in the jar, but dreams too big to hide. Coffee's on the table, no cream but hearts collide. Old truck's been sputtering, tires almost worn through, but you smile when it starts up like it's something new. Bills piled on the counter, lights flicker in the hall, yet you hold my weathered hand, and that's worth it all. No silver spoons or golden rings, just plain old love and broken strings. We got cracks in our old plans, but darling, here we stand. We broke but not in spirit, just worn from the fight. Threadbare hearts still beating through every lonely night. No riches in our pockets, but treasure in our trust. We might be broke, but we stayed holding on to us. Kitchen's bare, but laughter's loud. Shadows don't linger here. Hand-me-downs and memories, imperfections crystal clear. You hum that old country tune, soft beneath the din. Broken glass in the yard, but we still find a way in. The roof leaks when the thunderstorms come round. The floorboards creak, but you hold your ground. No mansion walls or polished floors, but love's the key to all our doors. We broke but not in spirit, just worn from the fight. Threadbare hearts still beating through every lonely night. No riches in our pockets, but treasure in our trust. We might be broke, but we stayed holding on to us. Some count dollars, some count dreams. We count every little thing in between. The worn out boots, the stories told, built a love more precious than gold. We broke but not in spirit, just worn from the fight. Threadbare hearts still beating through every lonely night. No riches in our pockets, but treasure in our trust. We might be broke, but we stayed holding on to us. So here's to the days with nothing to show, broken but unbroken. This much you should know. Sparks fly over whiskey nights, handshaking under harsh porch lights. The world's ablaze, but here's our scene. Two souls caught where fire meets green. Jim's worn boots and cracked dirt roads. Pat's laugh soft as a worn-out coat. Mornings tangled in smoke and sweat. Dreams traded for a safety net. But under the weight of burning sky, we find a way just to get by. Truth in the sweat and the dust we make, in every flame, a chance to break. We're living with fire in the background sound, kitchen's warm with coffee steam. Jim's calloused hands fold laundry dreams. Neighbors peeling away their stone, finding peace in something homegrown. When the blaze tries to steal our nights, we steal moments, hold them tight. No need for fame or saving grace, just the quiet in this fast-pulled race. We're living with fire in the background sound, hearts beating like a battleground. But love's the calm and the wildfires roar in this burning world. We're holding more. It ain't the city lights or the fame's gleam, it's the steady touch in a restless dream. Through cracked earth and smoky air, we stand tall, we're still here. We're living with fire in the background sound, hearts beating like a battleground. But love's the calm and the wildfires roar in this burning world. We're holding more. Sparks fly over whiskey nights. Here's our story in the fading light.